Yay, in December. Yay, yay, yay. It is a Wednesday. Happy, happy hump day. Good morning and evening, wherever you are. Nighttime, if you're up in the middle of the night and can't sleep and you turned on the Hump Day Happy Chat. Hallelujah, amen. Hallelujah. So, Medea's not here, but I am. I'm Dr. Valerie Renee Shepard. I'm coming to you live from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery, where we define self-mastery as mastering you, all of you, in your life, so that you can exquisitely manage whatever your life sends your way. And isn't that what you're here for? Is to create your life. Create the life that you really love living. It took me a while to get that. And when I did get it, I'm a big zealot for co-creative potentiality in we human beings, integrated spiritual human beings to be exact. So good morning. Happy to be here. Grateful to have you here. Could you please type in the chat? How's your December going? How's your December going? We're almost at the middle of the month, and I'm having a really great month. Lots of things are happening that feel, that have me triggered, this triggered feeling of being blessed and favored, a blessed and favored daughter of the divine. And so are you, blessed and favored daughter and son of the divine. Whether you believe it or not is not important. You could just claim it. You don't have to even believe in the same idea of what a divine is that I'm talking about. It doesn't really matter. The object here is you have another opportunity to kind of claim the magnificence that you are. That's the M-E in my book, Living Happy to Be Me, is the magnificence that you always already are. It doesn't go away. There's nothing you could do to strip yourself of your anointing. There's nothing you can do. It's in you, and you're in this realm, and that is all conjoined. So here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I trust that this month is unfolding in a juicy and delicious way for you. And that is my fervent prayer, that where there is need for healing, and I think that's in every one of us, there's plenty of healing. And when there's need for joy, and I think that's in every one of us, that joy is here. And when there is a need for fulfillment, like fortification, upliftment, miracles. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. Miracles. That is here. That everything we think we need and that we desire, heart's desire, yes, is here. That is my fervent prayer for you. So today's Hump Day Happy Chat is called the Juiciness in Giving. The Juiciness in Giving. And what's interesting about this topic for me is I have gone back and forth on the juiciness in giving. There are times when I've been like, what's so great about this giving? And there's a picture that my mom has that really shows how Valerie felt about giving when she was a little girl. And maybe it's not exactly about the giving. I mean, I don't necessarily remember. I could be making up a story. But the story that I'm making up to go with this picture, it's a picture of me in a little dress, and it's either a dark navy blue dress or a black dress. And navy blue is one of my favorite colors. Here I am wearing it. And there's this giant. So my father, career Marine, right? My mother, civilian Department of Defense. So Toys for Tots, which is a project of the Marine Corps, is something that we did every year in, year out. And there's a picture of me of I would call it a tub. I don't know. No, the word's not coming. The tub that the toys were being collected in was taller than was I. And so I was reaching up to put this toy in the barrel, call it a tub. It's a barrel. And I was looking back, and no doubt, mother or father was back there. Someone snapped the picture. I'm not sure. My mom is a big avid photographer, so I'm not really sure who I was looking back at. I'll have to ask her about that. And the look on my face was like, who says giving? Why are we giving? This is a toy. I want the toy. Have you ever felt that way? And there's this thing that I do at this holiday season where I go out Christmas shopping and I buy one for someone else and two for me. One for someone else. Oh, look, there's something for me. And I really have been in this space of blessing myself as I bless others, or absolutely before I bless others. And there's a whole body of spiritual knowledge around that, and I'm going to share it in a minute. So this whole idea of giving. So of course, I love looking words up. My undergraduate degree is from George Mason University. Shouting out to the Patriots, woohoo! In Virginia, and I was a communications major. I graduated with a degree in communications, and so I always want to make sure that I'm as close as I can to the truthful use of the word based on definitions. And I also look at connotations and things like that, but it's just fun for me. I like that stuff. So according to the Oxford Dictionary, the adjective form of giving, it actually says this, quote, providing love or other emotional support, caring. And the example that dictionary gives is he was very giving and supportive. I just love that. And it reminds me of something I have on my desk. You saw my miracle sign. Here's my other sign. Can you read it? I always give more than is expected of me. And the universe is always surprising me with expected and unexpected good. I always give more than is expected of me, and the universe is always surprising me with expected and unexpected good. Now, I've looked this quote up, and I have not found an attribution. So I'm not sure who said it, and I don't remember where I got it. There's a beautiful gold star on there. If you're out there and you're like, I gave that to you, Valerie, reach out to me, because I'd love to say thank you, because I have a deep relationship with this idea. It sits here under my desk. There are a couple things that sit here like a vision board, and all around me are reminders, the triggers to me whenever I drop out of what I consider high vibration, whenever I'm triggered to go into anger or fear or frustration or rage or some other low vibration energy. We're not even going to get anywhere near whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. It just doesn't serve me to be in low vibration. And so I want to notice when I am. And then I want help restoring what is truly the nature of who I am, which is the high vibration, loving, supportive, and caring nature of myself. And I especially want to be that for myself. I invite and encourage you to put your stake in the ground, to be that for yourself before anyone else. So let's talk about this principle. So I brought this up today. I actually didn't know what I was going to talk about. And then it occurred to me, well, this is the season of giving. Tis the season for giving. The historical foundation of December being the month that is recognized for giving is related to, obviously, there are the holy observances that happen in this month, the cultural observances. So the cultural observance of Kwanzaa, the holy observances of Hanukkah and of Christmas. In these different traditions, this is a time of giving thanks. It's a time that revolves around special things in history, the birth of Christ, and in the concept of giving and spreading joy. Wow. It's a national month of giving in the United States, where generosity is acknowledged. And in nonprofit land, it's a big time for nonprofits to boost their income, their revenues, in order to make next year's opportunities for serving the poor or the homeless or those without food or all the different levels and layers and intricate inwoven groups that need help to live decently, to live well. Like, this is a time when people of all different ideologies can come together in one idea. It's a time for giving. It's considered a time when donors are more generous than other times. And even teeny tiny little nonprofits can get some real support, starting with Giving Tuesday. My nonprofit participated in that on Tuesday, November 29th, the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving in the U.S. And we actually did a give back. Hearts Awakening is the name of my nonprofit. And we gave a give back instead of an ask, which was all about helping people alleviate stress so they could feel more peace, love, and joy in their lives. Giving, give back. The holidays is this time when this is really comes into the fore, along with things like faith and appreciation and caring being blanketed across the world. And somewhere along the way, the colloquial statement, "'Tis better to give than receive," is like a vernacular that is baked into a lot of our cultural activity around giving at this moment in time. It's better to give than to receive. And it's an interesting contemplation. Like, where did that come from? Do people know when they're saying it? You know, I hear people just kind of cavalierly, well, it's better to give than to receive. Well, I don't think the little girl putting that toy in that barrel necessarily felt that way. And there are ways that the idea of giving can become toxic. It can become toxic. How could that possibly be? How could that possibly be? Well, I know personally in my toxification of a concept that is beautiful, I did it a certain way with an expectation of a return, with some underlying lack and limitation, very low vibration. So what I come to know now that I didn't know then was that when I was giving in this low vibration space, so I was giving in the space of what will happen if I don't give. If I don't give, they won't like me. If I don't do this, I won't be in the in crowd. If I don't show up with a gift, then I'll be considered crass. If I don't, it was all about eliminating someone's bad judgment of me. And then it set up this resentment. Not blaming anyone. This was me doing me. So the ideas that I had, the interpretations of what was expected of me, the idea I had about who I was and how I needed to behave in order to have the world accept me, receive me as who I was. Not really understanding at the heart level or the mind level that I was giving from a place of lack, giving from a place that was setting up resentment. So giving isn't always better than receiving. But where did that come from? Giving is better than receiving. I wonder how many people know They are quoting a book in the Bible. They are quoting something that was attributed to Yeshua. So it's Paul in the book of Acts, chapter 20, verse 35, where Paul says this: "In everything I did, I showed you by this kind of hard work, we must help the weak, remembering the words the Lord Jesus said himself. It is more blessed to give than to receive." Acts chapter 20, verse 35. So Paul attributes the concept, the statement, to Yeshua. And in today's colloquial use of that quote, sometimes in low vibration energy, there can be a flurry at this time of giving. And the idea in this question or this statement for today's Hump Day Happy Chat, the title, the juiciness in giving, some people do lament that at this time of year, that juiciness, that sweet, rich center that was a part of Yeshua's teaching has been lost. And Yeshua is not the only teacher who demonstrated giving. So this is not the Christianity is the best way. That is not what I'm saying. Just attributing the quote to what I know. If you know others who said it, I would love for you to share that with me. Put it in the chat. So at this time, we think about giving, December. So when I think of the juiciness in giving, I'm not thinking about material things. And I'm not thinking about from November 29th or the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving until December 30th. I'm not thinking about that time frame. I'm thinking about something much broader and deeper. And I love Deepak Chopra. I'm a prolific author of spiritual wisdom, a profound demonstrator of living the integrated human spiritual life. Thank you, Master Chopra, for your contributions to healing the planet. And one of his books that I like, The 5 Secrets of Joyful Giving. This was an article, but the article talks about things that he included in his book, best-selling book, The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. It's a guide to universal laws. At the foundation of my teaching is universal laws. Anyone who works with me, any of my courses, it starts with how do you work in harmony with universal laws? Well, number one is you got to know what they are. Why do you have to know what they are? Because just like the law of gravity, just like the law of electromagnetics, just like all the physical laws of the universe, the spiritual laws of the universe are working 24/7, 365, and they don't really care whether you believe it or not, understand it or not, know it or not, like it or not. The laws just do what the laws do. They're just being them, y'all. They're just being them. So in this book, Deepak Chopra lays out the ones that he thinks are really the most associated with success. It's a really good book, worth reading. So the second law of those 7 ones, it's called the law of giving and receiving. It's also known as the cycle of reciprocity or the law of reciprocity. So in Deepak Chopra's book, the law is stated as the universe operates through constant and dynamic exchange. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the same flow of energy in the universe. In our willingness to give that which we seek, did you hear that? Give that which you seek willingly, in our willingness to give that which we seek, we keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our own lives. Cycle of reciprocity. Cycle of reciprocity. So practicing the cycle of reciprocity, if you want to leverage it, potentially no better time than 'tis the season for giving, to elevate your vibration as you are doing so. As you are consciously focused on, it's the time to give. What am I giving people? I heard from a friend yesterday who's baking 500 cookies. Never in a million years would I be taking that on. I might be in the kitchen where that's happening, and I'd be sipping a glass of champagne and sampling them when they come out of the oven. Baking is just not my thing. It really isn't. Everybody's doing their version of giving. And so how do we elevate that and live in harmony with universal law? Practicing consciously practicing the universal spiritual law of reciprocity. It's to consciously participate in all the abundance that the universe has to offer. Consciously participate as a giver, as the adjective use of the word says, being giving, providing love or other emotional support, or providing caring. So Chopra, I love these 5 steps that Chopra talks about, and I'm gonna use those and talk about them. He says 5 keys to applying the law of giving and receiving in your life. Let's go through them. Number 1, do it daily. Ha ha ha, interesting. Here we are in the month of giving, historically in the calendar, December, and actually to activate the law of giving and receiving in your life at the highest vibration, it's to do it daily. And this is something that I talk to my students about. And people often associate giving and receiving with material goods and monetary wealth. And this is a beautiful time to remind yourself that you can just give very simply. And so giving daily is finding a way that you are in the energy of your own abundance and sharing that. One of my favorite ways is compliments. It's a beautiful way to give. And I do it with strangers, and they sometimes look taken aback, like, why is this woman looking at my purse? Why is she commenting on my shoes? What on earth is she thinking about my hair? Sometimes I just look directly at them and go, wow, you have beautiful, sparkly eyes. And then I just walk away. I love it. And I'm doing it for me as much as for them. That is the highest vibration of unconditional love, is the cycle of giving to ourselves as we give to others. And as you heard in the statement of the law, willingness to give that which we seek. Don't you love getting compliments? I do. More please, more please, more please. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yes, and I have been known to give them to myself. When I pass by myself in the mirror, sometimes I do a double take. Hello, beautiful. And it feels good. And it triggers laughter and joy and the innocence and wonder of the inner child. And who doesn't need more of that in today's world? Innocence and wonder. Give daily. And I guarantee you, no matter what, you have plenty to give. A smile is plenty when it's given freely from the heart. So number 1, cycle of reciprocity. You want to open it up, do a give. The receiving has to come, or something to receive has to come. We don't always receive so well. So we give daily. Find something to give daily. I give daily. I am a giver. Number 2, give freely. What does this mean? So for me, I had to learn without expectation of return. And I had to stop tabulating how much I'd given and how people were giving much less to me. So in doing that, I was focused on lack and limitation, what wasn't coming instead of what was. Who wasn't present instead of who was. Who wasn't with me instead of who was. And when you focus on lack, what's not happening, you have to create it. Law of the universe. That's the cycle of reciprocity. That's also the law of reflection. That's also the law of attraction. That's also the law of karma. You're setting yourself up. What does the law say? In our willingness to give that which we seek. Ooh, not just in our willingness to give. In our willingness to give that which we seek. We keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives. I want the abundance of the universe circulating in my life. In fact, we're endowed with it. It has to circulate in our lives, except when we, under the rule of universal law, are actually activating and calling in something less than that. Wow. Are you getting it? You are the anchor of this. So giving freely is also not waiting to be asked. Just give. Number 3 that Chopra highlights is receive gratefully. I would say the biggest issue we have in the abundance cycling through the universe is that many people, I would almost want to say most people, including myself in the Wayback Machine, have no idea how to receive. Have no idea. You can check in with this with yourself. How do you receive a compliment? Do you feel uncomfortable? Do you feel embarrassed? Do you make a joke? Oh, this old dress? Oh, my hair, I know. Can't believe you think it's cute. I actually had to do this scrunchie because my hair looked like crap this morning. Do you give it back? Do you say, oh no, I don't want to be the center of anyone's attention, but secretly you would like it. Something in your past has told you, no, it's not okay. And so I'm rubber, it bounces off. Things trying to come to you can't get in. Guess what? You just walk around in more lack and limitation, and it's originating in you. Maybe it's subconscious and unconscious, so you don't have the wherewithal, the awareness, and then the wherewithal to do something about that, to shift that, to change, to vibrate at a higher level that serves you and those around you. So get busy. Find out where those pockets of lack and limitation are off-gassing and attracting their match. They have to. There's no way they cannot do that. Like attracts like. Opposites do not attract. That is bull crap in the highest level. So if you're noticing a lack in your life, look at your thoughts. How often do you go to what you don't have instead of what you do? How often are you talking about what you don't want? I don't want this. I don't understand why this came to me. I don't even want it. How often, how much of your energy is focused on those things instead of, interesting, this showed up. What can I find in it that I can be grateful for as I also and strengthen my ask for what it is I want? And the law of reciprocity would say, give that which you want. If you're looking for attraction of more money, give it. And then when money comes, a penny on the ground in front of you, stoop over, pick it up and say, money, 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 money. I love money and money loves me. Thank you, universe. put it in your pocket. Pennies accumulate to dollars, y'all. Receive gratefully. So Chopra and I say there is a lot to receive. I just look out the window and I'm receiving sunlight. I'm receiving the beautiful red leaves on a deciduous tree in a state that has a lot, especially in the southern part, of palm trees. I love seeing red leaves on trees. It is one of my favorite things in the fall and the winter, this time of year before the leaves drop. So, wow, hello. When I look outside, hummingbirds. There's sunlight, there's breeze. There's so many gifts in nature, in the food we eat. And if you're looking either on your phone or on your laptop at me talking right now, either live or on the replay, #replay, share, please, people. You got a lot to be thankful for. So gratefully be open to receiving others' gifts. That wisdom. Wow, that person's so smart. Wow, what a great painter. Oh my gosh, I love that voice. What a great dancer. Be open to receiving that compliment. Oh, thank you so much for noticing. I really love the way my hair looks today, too. Oh, how kind of you to give me a compliment. Thank you so much. Without doing this, I like your hair, too. It's a way that you sort of like don't receive because you're so busy going back to them. You didn't get a chance to let it land. So that's a lack of receiving. Receiving gratefully is just zip it right after the thank you. Number 4, this is also a place where we can do better at serving at the highest vibration. Replenish your well. One of my favorite examples of this, I asked this question a couple of times and always with my clients and students. When's the best time to give? Got your answer? And you better not be saying December. It's when your cup is overflowing. When your cup is overflowing. And I'm not talking about your bank account, although that counts too. If you're hoarding money, give some away. I think Bezos said he was going to give away all of his money before he leaves the planet in death. Wow. Boy, would I love to play on that ship. So I'm not talking necessarily about material wealth. I'm talking about like from the heart level. Give from an abundant heart. Give from a fully joyful heart, from a fully appreciative heart, from a fully excited heart, from a fully innocent heart, from a place of all the juicy goodness. The juiciness in giving is coming from the juiciness in you. Not that you're going to feel appreciated by the person to whom you give, but that you are activating your juiciness. Your activities aimed at increasing, at circulating the abundance that is inherent in our universe. And to replenish the well of you, the well that you are. What does that mean? That means you really can't survive, even though you like to tell yourself that, multitasking, where you're fragmented and none of your magnificence is really laser focused on something that you're bringing into the world. How are you replenishing your well? With sleep, with water? Are you artificially pumping yourself up in order to get through your days? Your well is empty. You cannot give what you don't already have. You must have a loving, caring, nurturing relationship with yourself. That's how you get filled up without needing anyone else to do it for you. You don't need their compliments because you notice your magnificence and you give them to yourself. You don't need someone giving you happiness, making you happy. Ugh. You don't need to do that because you're in charge. I think I need some happiness today. Interestingly enough, people wonder, why do I talk about that when it's actually a cover for the foundation of spirituality? Because I know in my life, I actually had a beautiful reading with a spiritual guide, Maria, who is helping me see some of the places where I'm out of alignment with my highest self. One of those is play, joy, fun, laughter. That I have been focused so much on making the donuts, on doing the thing, getting it done, the impatience around getting there. So this is for you too. Celebrating your body, understanding what it gives to you as a part of your soul's ability to traverse this dimension called Earth. There's so much that your well has in it that needs to be fortified and replenished in order to have your giving be at the highest vibration. And therefore, that which you give brings little energy fields of high vibration everywhere you go. Ew, I love it. Ew. And lastly, be present. Be present. Your undivided attention, known as presence, may be the greatest gift you ever give. Be exactly where you are. When you're speaking with someone, don't answer your phone. Don't look at it unless you're looking at something to give to them. It's a part of the conversation. Yeah, let me show you this picture. Be present. Open your heart, open your ears, open your eyes, open your mind, quiet your chatter, and be there. Be with them in their sorrow. Don't run away because it makes you feel uncomfortable. Be with them in their happiness. Don't tell them how happy you are too. Be with them and allow your happiness to overflow and commingle with theirs. I always give more than is expected of me, and the universe is always blessing me, surprising me with expected and unexpected good. And so the last thing I'll say this morning is that I have been affirming surprise and delight in my life since before I went to France earlier this year, months ago. And every day I have celebrated surprising and delightful things flowing into my life constantly. It tickles me, shivers me timbers. And this too belongs to you. Be that which you want to receive, and it will come to you. There's no way it cannot. So in this season of giving, give to the self, replenish your cup, and then give freely and joyfully and receive gratefully and graciously every single day. Many blessings. I'm Dr. Valerie Renee Shepherd, signing off for this week's Hump Day Happy Chat from the Hartley Center for Mindfulness and Self-Mastery. Sending you many blessings. And as a part of giving to myself, the Hump Day Happy Chat is going on its winter hiatus. I love that word. Winter hiatus. And we will be running some of our favorite past recorded Happy Chats from my YouTube channel, and we'll be sending you blessings of love, peace, and joy from wherever we are. And it's going to be a couple different places, let me tell you. We'll talk about that when we come back to the live Hump Day Happy Chats, I think on the 11th or the 18th of January. Yay! I always close the Hump Day Happy Chat with the Karanaya Metta Sutra, which is the prayer of loving kindness from the Buddha. Are you starting to memorize it? Yeah, it's a beautiful prayer. Talk about giving. You could just say that at the beginning of a meeting, and wow, what energy would be in that meeting. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be safe. May all beings be happy, and remember that all beings includes you. And all beings also includes the people you may not like or approve of or accept. Got to clean up that whole idea. But for now, all beings means all beings. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature. Your true nature is peace, love, joy, and emotional freedom. Psst, just a reminder. May all beings awaken to the light of their true nature, and may all beings be free. Be free, y'all. Many blessings. Happy holidays. Remember to give more than is expected of you so that you can receive your blessing doubled over. Ciao.